This conference will now be recorded.
BDD Cucumber. What is this BDD Cucumber? This is another approach widely used in the market for automation testing. Along with Selenium, people will use this BDD approach. BDD approach can be done in different ways. So there are different tools of BDD, and one is uh, BDD Cucumber, very famous one, and BDD SpecFlow and JBehave. So these are the BDD approach tools. What is this BDD? And first we need to learn test-driven development. A test-driven development is the approach where automation test cases are created even before developing the actual application completely. Even little bit coding is there, then you start coding automation test cases. Then you will execute your test cases. Once the test cases are failed and developers start working the code to fix those test cases to make it pass. That is called a TDD approach. That means test cases will be developed even before complete coding finishes. And based on the automation test case failures, and people will start working on the development to fix that and complete the coding. That's a TDD approach. And from TDD approach, the behavior-driven development came into picture. And behavior-driven development evolved from TDD with focus to delivery of prioritized. Main focus is in the BDD, delivery is prioritized, and verify business value by providing a common vocabulary that reduces the gap between technical and non-technical audience. So technical people means who is working on automation development side, right? Non-technical people like business analyst, project management team, and customers, right? Those are not technical. They don't want to go in deeper on the code. What they need, the functionality. That you will going to explain in the behavior-driven development. In a common vocabulary, you will explain what functionality you are automating in a plain English. That is called BDD approach. And in Selenium, that is not there, right? You're not explaining anywhere scenarios. You will prepare scenarios, but you are not mentioning in anywhere in the application. You'll just write the code in Selenium. But the people who is non-technical, they cannot understand if they go and see who is having knowledge on the programming, then only they can understand this Selenium code. Other people cannot understand. Then what is the better approach? So the BDD is the best approach for such kind of problem to solve. And in the BDD is a technique where your specifications or test cases are written in plain English. With this approach, non-technical team members find it easy to understand the functional flow and collaborate more in the process of software development. That's the BDD approach means. This BDD approach is supported by many tools, as I mentioned initially. Cucumber, one of the famous tool. Then SpecFlow, another one. JBehave, another one. Like this, you have many, but all follow similar fashion. Not much difference. Each will be different, right? Let's see first. We'll see here Cucumber. And Cucumber is a tool based on the behavior-driven development framework. First, it was written in Ruby. and it was supporting Ruby programming language. And later, they given more programming language support, Java, C Sharp, Python, like that. Many programming language support also added to Cucumber. Along with Cucumber, you can use Selenium. You have to use Selenium code only again, but the way you are going to write is different. So that's what the Cucumber means. So why do you need to use Cucumber? Cucumber is open source. That's why people use this. And with Cucumber, you can write test scripts in multiple languages like Java, Ruby, .NET, Python. It also integrates with Selenium, Ruby on Rails, Zapier, and other web-based testing tools. And Cucumber is one of the most widely used BDD tools. So these are the reasons why we need to use Cucumber for our automation testing. And so the Cucumber architecture. So let's see the Cucumber architecture. Very simple. The Cucumber contains only 3 modules. One is feature file, step definition, test runner. These are the 3 modules are there in the Cucumber. In the feature file, you will define your scenarios in plain English. Which scenario you are automating? First, you have to list down all the steps in the scenario in the feature file. So the feature file will be dot feature extension will be there for feature. You can write n number of feature files. Each feature file may contain 1 or more scenarios. Once you develop the feature files, you can implement them, develop them in the step definition file. A step definition file, you have to write a Java code. You have to write a Java code using Selenium. You can define those each step in the step definition file. That's a step definition file means you will implement the each step of the feature file inside the one Java class. Then a test runner class. A test runner class is you can run your already implemented step definition files in the test runner by mentioning a test runner class. In that we're going to use a Cucumber options @run with suit we are not going to use @run with annotation, and this is the JUnit annotation, right? @run with is a JUnit annotation. So you can run using JUnit and you can run your test case using testng also. So let's run with JUnit. Here I'm going to explain with the JUnit and JUnit test runner class and then Cucumber options. It's like a properties file. So all you can maintain your settings and then you can run your test cases. So that's the complete 3 module architecture. Let's see one by one feature file what will be there, and the step definition file how we will design, what is the format, and test runner format we'll see one by one. And if you see here, the feature file is a file with a dot feature extension which describes the feature to test in an easily readable descriptive language. The feature file usually contains a feature with multiple scenarios for testing the particular functionality, particular module. That's a feature file means. The feature file is an entry point to the Cucumber test cases. This file we will describe all our scenarios in plain English so that anybody can understand, right? By reading the steps in English, it's a global language, so everybody can understand the functionality. What functionality you are testing, you're clearly mentioning in the feature file. And the extension for feature file is .feature extension will be there. That's a extension you need to maintain while creating a feature file. You have to give file name .feature so that the Cucumber can understand easily all the feature files. And you don't need to mention each and every feature file. That's the feature files. And what is the syntax of this feature file? So we can call this a Gherkin language. So the feature file is written in a particular format. That format is called a Gherkin language. And this is the format of a feature file. And feature, you give the feature name, describe what feature you are testing, the feature name you write, scenario, describe the scenario, given always sets the preconditions. Preconditions you can write here. When describes the action to be performed and defines additional conditions of your test case. You can use and with given keyword, with when keyword, and with then keyword also. When you can use and if you want to join multiple conditions of that particular given, when, and then, you can use this and keyword. Okay, so given, for example, multiple preconditions we have. First time you write a given and write that step. If you have one more precondition, then put and then write the second precondition. And one more precondition is there, set and one more precondition you can write like that. Sequential, you can write join multiple conditions with and keyword, either with the given or when or then. Anywhere you can use this and it's not only for when. When means actually action we are doing on the application elements, right? Like typing the value, clicking on buttons, clicking the checkbox, selecting option from drop downs. Any action related steps you can write with the when keyword. And there multiple actions are there, then you can use and. Instead of writing every time when, you write one time when and do one action. Second action you can join with and keyword. So that all belongs to when only. That's the multiple action steps you can write with and keyword. So then is basically a post condition. After all your actions, the expected result you want to validate, right? The expected results can be verified using then keyword. That's a then keyword means. There are a few more keywords are there, but let's see how to write. Simple example I'm giving here, then we can go for the installations and other stuff. Feature, so search in google.com website, that's the one feature I want to test it. And scenario, navigate to Google website and perform a search. Given I have browser window open, when I navigate to google.com and search for Cucumber, then I should see a Cucumber result page. This is the simple scenario we have written. And these keywords you are using, right? These keywords. And these keywords are called Gherkin language. That's a Gherkin language. See that in English format, you can write all these, your scenario steps. And sometimes it will feel a little bit complicated, but that's fine. Scenario preparation, you will get a better idea here. How to prepare the scenarios, you will get a better idea. This language is also called BRDSL, that means business readable domain specific language. And these principles you have to apply while writing the feature file scenarios. In the same feature file, you can write multiple scenarios also. I'll show you in our code multiple scenarios how we write. That's all about feature file. So you have written all the feature file scenarios in the feature file, right? Where you will implement. So this is the next target is to test or run the feature file in order to test the feature file, right? So we need to write the implementation or a step definition for each step in the feature file in Java. When Cucumber executes a step in a scenario, it will look for a matching step definition to execute. The Cucumber look for each step in the feature file has implemented in the step definition or not. The Cucumber will check. If you are not implemented any step that you already mentioned in the feature file, it will report an error saying that this step is not implemented. That's what the this thing. And what is a step definition? So feature file is clear. Now let's move on to second part of Cucumber is step definition. The meaning itself, it is that a step definition define the step from the feature file. Step definition is a small piece of code with a pattern attached to it. In other words, you can say a step definition is a Java method in a class with an annotation above it. A Java method in the class file, and above the method annotation is written, and your step name will be written in the annotation parenthesis. That is the step definition means. An annotation followed by the pattern is used to link the step definition to all the matching steps of the feature file. And the code is what Cucumber will execute when it sees a getting step. And Cucumber finds the step definition file with the help of glue code in Cucumber options. In the next test runner class, these Cucumber options will be there. So there you will use a glue to specify your step definition file location, and then it will look for all the step definitions and it will execute your code. The code will be written here only. The Selenium code you will write in this class methods inside. So like this, simple I am giving. So at the rate given, this given is coming from this feature file. Here I'm putting at the rate given annotation. Annotation means at the rate symbol, the annotation name. That's a given is the annotation. When is the annotation? Then is the annotation. So this, and then parenthesis. Within parenthesis, you write the step name. You write the step name. So that step name we are exactly copying from feature file. Exactly copy. You should not make a mistake. Don't write again. Copy and paste it here. Copy and paste it here. And then it will same step name you can put as a method here. Public void the method name. The method name you can put and write all your Selenium code for this. Like that, each step you will implement at the rate when and user mouse over on profile image. Then public void user mouse over on profile image. You write the step name itself in the as a method name. It's up to you. Method name you want to write the same as a step name, or you want to give a different name. It's all up to you. But people will write step name itself as a your method. Then you write a Selenium code here. This step. What is the Selenium code? You can write that. like that all you can develop. Then at the rate then, so final log out from the LinkedIn, public void user is logged out from LinkedIn. So we can write that code here. So this is the complete code how to develop in the step definition files. Next, Cucumber uses a JUnit framework, third module. I am explaining third module. Cucumber uses a JUnit framework to run our test cases, and we are going to create a test runner class, and this class uses the annotation @runwith, and which tells the JUnit what is the test runner class and how you need to execute your test cases. It's more like a starting point for JUnit to start our execution of test cases. So in the source folder, you can create a test runner class, or wherever you are creating, it's fine. So it doesn't matter where you're creating. And this is the test runner class syntax. You create a public class test runner, and above you have to use these two annotations: @runwith cucumber.class, @cucumber options features equal to, you specify your feature folder. So in the feature folder, many feature files will be there. Till feature, like this, till feature you specify. Till feature you specify all the feature folder. We're going to create one feature folder in our Maven project. Till that feature folder you specify the path. The features will ask about the feature file locations. Then glue option will ask the step definition file location, and plugin is a report. After running your test cases, where you want this report, and pretty, and you can write HTML report or JSON Cucumber report or cucumber.xml report, all you can mention like this. Then these are all the Cucumber options. They will ask you what are all the Cucumber options. You need to mention features, glue, plugin, dry run, strict, monochrome. So monochrome is a very important, and dry run is, I think, latest versions, I think it's deprecated. Either these two, one of them is deprecated. Strict or dry run is so deprecated, but monochrome is there, plugin is there, glue features. These are the Cucumber options are there. Even you can write grouping also, you can do in the Cucumber. All your feature files you can group and you can run them. And tags are there, is called tags concept. You can tag your feature files scenario, and that tags, which tag you want to run, you can control. Mention here tags equal to the tag 1, tag 2, tag 3, like that. Then those tags only will be executed. And that's the Cucumber options. So what is this import statements? This import statement, 3 import statements are there, right? Let's see what is mean by one. The first import statement, arg.junit.runner.runwith imports @runwith annotation from JUnit class. So it tells JUnit that test should run using Cucumber class present in the cucumber.api.junit package. Second import statement, io.cucumber.junit.cucumber options imports the Cucumber options annotation. So this annotation tells Cucumber a lot of things. Files, step definition files, how you want to generate the reports, what type of reports you want, a pretty format, and then other features like how you want a console output, monochrome. And these are all the Cucumber options. You can specify with @cucumber options annotation. So these are all Cucumber options. Is like a property file or settings for your test case. And Cucumber options enable us to do a lot of things, and those things you can mention under Cucumber options. This is very helpful So when you are running your test cases from Eclipse. And so we have seen this dry run. Dry run option can either be set as a true or false. If set to true, it means Cucumber will only check that every step mentioned in the feature file you have corresponding code written in the step destination file or not. If you mention false, it won't check. Dry run equal to true or false, you can specify under Cucumber options. So this is the dry run. So dry run equal to true. You can write like this under Cucumber options. This parenthesis inside, you mention all the Cucumber options. Then monochrome. So this option can either set as a true or false. If you set as a true, the console output will be a much readable format. If you are not mentioning true and the console output is not in readable format, make sure you mention monochrome equal to true. So like this, monochrome equal to true or false you specify. The features I explained, all the feature file location you have to give. Then blue is your step destination file location where it look for your step destination files. And plugin is where you want to generate your reports, how you want to generate your reports, and which location that you can specify with this plugin. So Pretty prints the Gherkin source with additional colors and stack traces of errors. That's why you need to use plugin Pretty always. And that's the then HTML report where you want to generate HTML report, JSON reports, and unit reports you can specify. So that's this thing about third module. Okay, so there is a last one point, scenario outline. It's very important. This is used to run the same scenario for two or more different sets of data. And also the scenario outline is used to do a data-driven testing. So we did a data-driven testing in Selenium using data provider and Excel sheets, right? And it's that kind of things if you want to do, you need to write using a scenario. You cannot do data-driven. Instead of scenario, you write scenario outline. Then scenario outline must be followed by example section. All scenario outlines have to be followed with examples section. And this example section contains the data that has to be passed to the scenario. So example section, a scenario outline, then all given, no, when, no, then, no, these keywords you will write to write your steps. And below you will write example section. So the username, password, like this, all your the placeholders, the parameter inputs values you can pass here. That's how you can do data-driven testing in Cucumber using scenario outline. So there is a data tables concept. So we can pass the test data using data table, and for each step, this is for example section is for a whole scenario. But particular section I want to pass a data, and you can use data table concept like this. So given user is on home page, when user navigate to login page and user enters the credential to login, and this is the one just below the step you mention your test data. So this test data is applicable only for this step, not for entire test case, entire scenario. That's the data table concept. Then how can you read this data in your test cases? So this is how you are going to read. And you will write a data table, user credentials, and then list string data, user credential dot as list, and then you can call send keys this data list dot get of 0 dot get of 0 and data get of 0 dot get of 1. So first row, second column, first row, first column. This is the first row, first column, and this is the first row, second column. You will get that data into test cases. So this is how data tables will help us. So what is the difference between scenario outline data table? So scenario outline uses example keyword to define your test data per scenario. This works for whole test case or whole scenario. Cucumber automatically run the complete test the number of times equal to the number of data in the test set. So that's the one. And the data table means no keyword is used in the data table concept. This works only for particular step where you mention for that step only that data will be applicable. So that's this all thing how you can write the code in the feature files, establishment files, and test of that. That's all about Cucumber. Now let's go and install few things we need to install. We need to install a few things in the Eclipse. When you all open your Eclipse, so we'll set up the project, Cucumber project will set up so that we can see how to run, how to install this Cucumber, how to set up Cucumber in your Eclipse. So I'm just a theory part over till now. So we'll see now how to set up a Cucumber in your Eclipse IDE. First, please open your Eclipse and click on Help menu and go to Eclipse Marketplace. Eclipse Marketplace. Eclipse Marketplace and type here Cucumber JVM Eclipse plugin. So what we need to type? Cucumber JVM Eclipse plugin. Please click on. After typing this keyword, type go. The first one, can you see this Cucumber icon? Cucumber Eclipse plugin. So this version I already installed. If you haven't installed, you will get like this option, install. Just click on install, so it will install. This is the first setting we need to do, the Eclipse. Okay. Are able to get this same Cucumber Eclipse plugin 1.00. This is the one. So I already installed. That's why I'm getting installed option. Right? And this is the one thing you need to install. Then let's create a Maven project. New project. And then click on Maven project. Next, create a simple project. Click next and give here so BD Cucumber through automation test to Jan 22 2021. I can give group ID and artifact ID same, so not much, but group means a domain, artifact means particular software. Okay, remember that point. And I'm not changing anything here. Just click on finish. So let the Maven project create it properly. Okay, a project is created. You can see here BD Cucumber automation test Jan 2021. Okay, click on this. Expand this. See that you have SRC main Java, SRC main resources, SRC test Java, SRC test resources. And this Java, you can change it to our current Java version, build path, configure build path, JDK. You change it to JDK. Double click here and select alternate JRE, JDK. Click on finish, apply and close. Now open form.xml. That again your project or information is available. This is the project information. So the other sections are, we have a property section, right? Property section also there. And then you have build section, then you have dependency section. First, let's include a dependency section. Okay, dependency section. So what are all the dependencies you need for this Cucumber? You just go to Maven repository. You can get all the dependencies. So let's go to Maven repository. So Maven repository, just go to Maven repository and type here Cucumber IO. So Cucumber IO. One, can you see here? Cucumber IO.cucumber. So all you see Cucumber JVM Java, Cucumber JVM JUnit, Cucumber JVM core. These three are very important. So click on this. And now 6.9.1, you can take latest one, no issues. If any problem, just will reduce the version. That's it. So under dependencies, you paste it. So IO.cucumber. Then just click on this IO.cucumber. Then you can see Cucumber JVM JUnit. These three are enough for us. We don't need much also. And then paste it here. After pasting the these things, you need to save it. Control S you do, so that it will download all of the Maven dependencies. You can see here, it will download all the Cucumber dependencies. It will download all of them. So that's why make sure you add them to dependencies section. After adding, Control S you do, so that the dependencies will be added to your project. Then go to this, click on this io.cucumber domain and Cucumber code. You can add Cucumber code and enter this. So these three are enough for us. You don't need extra. If you want to add, you can add extra. Otherwise, no need. So otherwise, so many things are there. So you have a Cucumber, Java 8, Gherkin, Pico container, TestNG also there. But we are going to use only one thing. If you want Gherkin also, you add. Let's add Gherkin also. So this 6 point. But Gherkin is not necessary, but add that also. If any problem comes, we'll remove this. Gherkin is not. These three are enough to write your Cucumber test cases. See that we are getting an error, so I don't want to add this thing. Okay, so Gherkin we don't need at all. So it is throwing error. Unnecessary errors we don't want in the pom.xml. The next one is JUnit, Jupyter JUnit. Latest, right? Latest one, JUnit Jupyter API. So this is the one we need to take it. JUnit 5. So take JUnit 5. To mention the JUnit 5. So JUnit 5 also you download. So this is all mentioned here in our blog also. So what are all the jars we need? This clearly mentioned here. This property section, build section. Then what are all the jars we need? See Cucumber Java, Cucumber JUnit, but version is take latest one. Okay, I took old one at the time of this. Then JUnit. Then if you want log4j, you take log4j, and any so the extent reports you want, you take extent reports. And I forgot, we need Selenium, right? So we need Selenium and this WebDriver manager. These two we need. So we need to add those two also. So let's go to this last tab, and then Java Selenium, because you're using Selenium code. That's why we need this Java Selenium. Add this. So don't take alpha testing one, still it is under testing. Take 3.141 final, it's a stable one. Take this and the project setup, Java, and then you can use WebDriver manager. WebDriver manager. So add WebDriver manager also. So this is the one, right? We want. This is the jar file we want. So take 4.313. I will take which one is mostly used one. You can see here how to use. This is the mostly used one. You take 4.2.2. Will use. That's a mostly used one, and we can use that. So this is how you can develop your Cucumber framework. That's all. And then the first thing is I need to create a feature folder. Everything is mentioned here in our blog also. What jar files you need, everything is clearly mentioned here. You can see here Selenium. If you want extend reports, log4j. So you don't need extend reports here. So you will get a nice reports in Cucumber. So Cucumber reports is very, very good reports. And then JUnit and Cucumber core, Cucumber JUnit, Cucumber Java. So these are the things we need. And if you want anything, this build section also we need to include, and we'll include this also at the same time. The properties section and then build section. So let's include this properties. So complete, we can finish the entire thing. You just mention this. Just above the dependencies, you mention this. Just copy paste. You don't need to do anything. So just the dependency section above and below the project information, you just mention. So that's the this one. Okay, and that's all about the BDD Cucumber thing. Now setting up BDD Cucumber options in the form.xml. Now we can create a folder here. We need to create a complete right structure, the components we need to create. The components we need to create here is first, you can create again all like a feature folder, right? Create a one feature folder under this SRC test. So Java, you right click new folder. So I'm creating a folder, feature folder. So click on finish. In the feature folder, you can create a feature file. So if you create a feature file, so the feature file, how to create? Just right click on the feature folder. So you right click on the feature folder, then you can create a feature folder like this. Right click, new file. Make sure you install that Cucumber JVM Eclipse plugin. If you don't install, this won't come properly to you. First install that Then you come back to this feature file creation. Otherwise, again, you won't get the uh, proper format. Proper format you won't get. That's why make sure you install that first in the Eclipse. It might ask you restart it and create a project, and then folder first, then file. I'm creating a login feature I'm doing. The indication for you, if it is installed successfully, you will get like this, the green color. See the green color, login.feature. That's option you will get here. See that? Can you see this? This one you will get it here. And these are all the keywords you can use. Author name, you can mention, and keywords, and feature keyword, scenario, given, when, then, and but also there. You can use but also. And scenario outline, list of steps for data driven as an examples, and a placeholder. And placeholder you can use. Example section, container for table. Background, one more keyword is there, I missed this. A background keyword is list of steps run before each of the scenarios. So like a precondition for your scenario, all the scenarios. For all the scenarios, the precondition. You want to run this step, reach a scenario, then put under background keyword that will run automatically. And these are the placeholders, doc strings, and the data tables you will mention the pipe. This is a pipe. And at that, any tables, labels or tags you can specify with a @ symbol, and any parameters you want to specify, you put in the angular braces. And then this thing also you have to use. Comment anything, comment. This is the one you can use. This is the already examples they have given here. So feature, scenario outline you can use. So this is how we can create a login feature. So tomorrow I'll explain this, and we'll finish this tomorrow, how to